Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a super exciting video for you. So those of you that are subscribed to the Dreamhouse Ikiryo email list know that Dreamhouse is doing their annual fall, like Halloween, buy one get one free sale. I just got an amazing package in the mail from Vincent, and I've got a couple of full bottles and a whole bunch of samples of a lot of fragrances that I have never put my nose on before. These just came in the mail day before yesterday. I've been really, really good. I have not touched anything except to cut the seals on the full bottles so that I can, just to make it easier for the video. So yeah, he sent 2 full bottles, and then I've got 10 samples. So we're gonna go through, I'm gonna be doing first impressions of everything, and I'm gonna put all of the information that you need for the sale down below. As always, it is a buy one, get one free. There are a few little changes this time around, so again, I'll have everything that you need, all the information that you need listed down below. His website's changed a little bit, and so there's a different way to get to the notes box where you put in for your free bottle. Also, the sale I think started back on October 12th, so I'm a little bit late to the game here, but he is giving away a free bottle from here until November 3rd. This video will be posted on, I think, October 20th, so by the time this goes up, there will still be 12 days left in the sale, so I think 2 or 3 more chances to get a free bottle. I think he's also sending out free sample packs as well. But anyways, yeah, these are all new scents that I haven't tried. I am so excited to get my nose on them, and I'm gonna jump right in. I did go through and write down all the notes so that I can tell you guys all of the notes as we sniff through these. So the first one that he sent, I saw this on his website, and I was really, really intrigued by it. This one is called Tarte Peches, and I normally do not like peach fragrances, but I just know with the way that Vincent makes perfume that I will like peach fragrance that he does, because it's not gonna be like a bad peach. I'm so excited to smell this one. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys, that might be the best peach fragrance I've literally ever smelled in my life. This smells, and of course, as always, things are gonna smell different on paper than they do on skin, so I will wear through all of these, and I will update you guys on what I wore last week video as I do. But on paper, this smells like the most delectable, like peachy pear tart. This is so fantastic, and I think the reason I love it so much is because the peach, it's not like it's unlike any peach I've ever smelled ever in any other fragrance. This is fantastic. I knew I was gonna love this. I can't wait to get this on my skin. Okay, this one is peach, clove, vanilla, amber, ambergris, frangipani, nutmeg, and cognac. It's like the clove and the nutmeg are so warm and spicy, but the peach and the peach frangipani combination is what's giving me pear vibes. But it's not like, I don't know, it doesn't really smell like pear either, but that's like the closest thing I can compare it to. But the peach and the frangipani are like syrupy and sweet and delectable smelling. And then the nutmeg and the clove is warm and stunning. And then there's just the slightest touch of a booziness in the background, which is the cognac. This is absolutely fantastic. I've never smelled anything from Dreamhouse quite like this either. I think this might be the most gourmand fragrance I've ever smelled from Vincent. It is fantastic. I mean, this is pure perfection. Again, this is the way that peach should be done. It's the peach frangipani combination that is a masterpiece. I mean, truly, truly. I've never smelled anything like it. It is, and this is like fall in a bottle. This is perfection. I know I haven't smelled any of the other ones, but you guys know how many, Dreamhouse fragrances I've got in my collection. This one is one that I would say, like, if you're in the fall mood, if you're really craving fall fragrances right now, this is one that I would recommend 100%, even without spraying it on my body, just because Dreamhouse fragrances just work for me. They work really well with my skin chemistry. I do think that this one is pretty safe, especially if you're like a gourmand lover. Yeah, if you're a gourmand lover and you are into fall fragrances, if you like fragrances with like a smooth, warm spice in them, if you like sweet fragrances, I think you would really like this one. This is really, really stunning. So that one is called Tarte Au Peches, and it is phenomenal, as I knew it would be. But okay, this next one, this is another of the Venetian doll fragrances. So he's got a series of Venetian doll fragrances. This one is called Venetian Doll Commedia dell'arte. I'm the worst with pronunciation, so please forgive my horrible pronunciations. This one is amber, patchouli, rose, and incense. And yes, I'm old school. I wrote all my notes down on paper because I'm an unk, as my daughter would put it. So, oh my gosh, this is stunning too. This is definitely a rose fragrance. It is a rose and patchouli combination, but it's not like your typical rose and patchouli. I guess the addition of the amber and the incense, well, the amber and the incense really, really tame the patchouli, so it doesn't smell like your typical patchouli. So I know there are like a million rose and patchouli fragrances on the market, but this is completely unique from any of the others. It's very unique from any that I even have in my collection. The rose is really, really beautiful. It is kind of like it is a jammy rose, but it's a darker jammy rose, probably from the incense. It's stunning. This one is definitely it's not like super, super complex. Or I should say, this isn't like a complicating fragrance at all. It's a really beautiful, straightforward, like dark, think of like a black rose, jammy rose, with the incense and the amber, which really, again, transforms the patchouli almost into something totally different. It's sweet, but sweet from like the jammy rose. It's not overly sweet. This is stunning. I'm gonna have to test this one on skin because, again, things are so different on skin. But if you like a rose patchouli or like a jammy rose kind of fragrance, I think you would love this one. This is a stunner. I am really, really into rose right now, so I can't wait to wear this one. So that one is Venetian Doll Commedia dell'arte. I hope I'm saying that correctly. First one is this one here. My friend Tatiana actually just bought a full bottle of this. I don't know if it was like in the last sale or possibly the one before, but I've been dying to get my nose on this. Vincent did tell me last time I spoke to him that cherry has been so popular for him. Like his cherry fragrances have been going crazy, or had been last I spoke to him. And I remember seeing this one and thinking, oh, I bet that one's amazing. This one is called Cerisier Du Jubile. So Cherries Du Jubile, maybe. I hope. But yeah, I saw Tatiana review this one on TikTok, and she said that this one has a very distinct cherry blossom note in it. Ever since I saw her review this fragrance on TikTok, I've been so curious about the cherry and cherry blossom combination, and this is beautiful. This is like a clean perfume. This is almost, I would go so far as to say this is almost a touch soapy. The cherry and cherry blossom blended together is fantastic, and neither overpowers the other. And it's the same cherry that you get in like blood cherry cordial. So it's this really beautiful, almost like liqueurish cherry, almost kind of like a slightly boozy cherry. And then blended with that clean almost kind of almost slightly soapy cherry blossom scent. Oh my gosh, it is fantastic. It's like clean and syrupy all at the same time. It is so unique and stunning. This is one that I think if you like cherry, you would really, really like this one. So the notes in this one, are cherry, cherry blossom, vanilla brandy, and orange zest. I am quite sure it's probably the vanilla brandy that's giving the cherry that like liqueurish kind of scent to it. There's definitely a booziness to this. It's like sweet and syrupy and boozy, but fresh and clean all at the same time. This is stunning, so beautiful. I cannot wait to test this one. We've still got a few warm days coming up, and I think I would love to wear this on a warmer day, though I think this would be stunning. I think this one could be worn all year. I think because this has got a really beautiful, clean aspect to it, you could even get away with this one in high heat. So I am very excited to test this one. So that one is Cerisier Du Jubile. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Next we have, this is one of the profile fragrances. So he does these like profiles of women fragrances. There's an Anne Boleyn one, there's a Medusa one, there's a whole series of them. And this one is Adriana Lecouvreur. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably not. This one has some really, really interesting notes in it. So I am so excited to smell this one. Ah, this is so stunning. There's something so nostalgic smelling about his scents, even though I've never smelled anything like any of them before, but there's something so nostalgic and cozy and comforting smelling about these perfumes. And this one is just like a perfect example of that. This one is much more complex than the previous two that we talked about. This one has a lot more notes in it. Gosh, this one is modern smelling, but has a really beautiful kind of vintage feel to it. The fragrances that he makes like this, these to me rival some of the most expensive like niche fragrances on the market. This is what niche should be. I feel like don't get me wrong, there's so many gorgeous niche fragrances out there and so many gorgeous niche houses doing really, really beautiful work, but I mean, these fragrances are truly so unique and so much more niche smelling than a lot of the fragrances on the market. This one is beautiful. Again, this is warm and clean and floral and sweet and kind of vintagey smelling. There's almost like a warm green aspect to this one. It's very kind of light and effervescent smelling, but it's also warm and sweet. And there's definitely something that's giving it, I don't want to say like a heaviness, but definitely like some body. There's definitely like a clean, warm floral in this. This has got like a honeyed aspect to it. This is beautiful. Okay, so this one is Peony Champagne. It's the champagne that's giving it that effervescent quality for sure. Peony Champagne Musk Almond. I think it's the almond that is giving it that, not heaviness, but like a, it's giving it some body. Moss, white tea, white chocolate. It could be the white chocolate. I bet it's the white chocolate and almond together. Belladonna and coriander. I bet the warmth is coming from the coriander. The white tea and peony combination is where the clean floral aspect is, or that clean, warm floral aspect is coming. And I think the belladonna is giving it just the slightest touch of like an earthiness. This is absolutely stunning. Stunning. It's the vintage quality of it, kind of on paper. Anyways, we're gonna have to see what this is like on skin, but on paper, the vintage quality is definitely there, but it definitely fades a little. And you're left with kind of a clean, complex, warm, sweet, kind of slightly earthy floral. It's stunning. Cannot wait to wear this one. That one is Adriana Lecouvreur. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's beautiful. And then the last one in this little baggie is, this one is called In the Nude, and this is part of his Oud series. And if you guys have seen me talk about his oud fragrances before, I am not a fan of oud. I don't love oud, but he never ever overdoes it with the oud. He doesn't use oud in like a stinky oud way, or even in a way that it overpowers an entire fragrance, which is usually my complaint with oud. I find that oud tends to overpower fragrances a lot of the time. This has a really beautiful, clean, sweet musk or white musk. It's warm, kind of skin-like, definitely a little bit on the vintagey side. It smells like an amazing quality, very slightly woody, kind of sweet, warm skin musk fragrance. The oud is, you can definitely smell the oud, but it's not overly woody. It's not overpowering the fragrance. When I first sprayed this, the most prominent note to me was definitely like a musk, like a sweet musk. This is more of a clean fragrance than I would say a woody fragrance. I think the oud is just adding some like depth to it. It's gorgeous. With a name like In the Nude, it seems like he was going for a lighter, like a light oud fragrance. Okay, so this one is oud, white musk, passion flower, oak moss, orange blossom, ambroxan, violet, and elemi. It is stunning. I'm definitely getting the violet as this one dries down. This really beautiful, kind of like fresh, there's something slightly green. Ooh, I think it's the oak moss. I think it's the violet and the oak moss together that is giving me this kind of slightly green leaning. It's like a fresh violet. It is so gorgeous. Yeah, I would definitely consider this more of a clean fragrance than an oud fragrance. Though the oud is there, you can smell it, but it's not overpowering the fragrance in any way. It's like, it's very much in the background. I can't wait to wear this because you guys know I love a clean, warm musk fragrance, especially one that leans kind of vintage. Some of my favorite fragrances. So that one is called In the Nude. Holy cow, I've gone through 5 fragrances and I've still got 8 more and we're already at 23 minutes, but that's okay. Okay, next we have Melinoe. Oh my gosh, I'm so into rose right now, so I cannot wait to wear these rose ones. I'm gonna have to wait for this one to dry down a little bit because I'm getting the most beautiful kind of slightly jammy rose. This is absolutely stunning. Okay, this one is rose blackberry. That's where the jamminess is coming from. I had a feeling I was smelling like a berry. I didn't know what kind of a berry. So it's definitely a jammy rose. Rose, blackberry, wolfsbane, ambergris, tree moss, and quince. So if you guys are familiar with quince, it's such a like tart, almost dry smelling citrus. So there's definitely a touch of like this really intense, almost dry smelling, kind of like a citrus, but then you get this really beautiful jammy rose from the rose and blackberry combination. And again, there's a touch of like an earthiness, or yeah, like a touch of almost like herbaceous earthiness from the wolfsbane and the tree moss. This is so stunning, and I just know that this is gonna be like totally different on skin than it is on the paper. This is so beautiful. I can't wait to test this one so I can update you guys and let you know what this one is like on skin. I'm saying it's like a jammy rose, but it's way more complex than that, and I feel like the other notes are going to transform the rose into maybe like a fresher rose and less jammy on skin, if that makes sense. Can't wait to test this one. This one is called Melinoe. Okay, this is another one that I've seen that I've been so interested in, and I am just sure it's gonna be stunning. This one is called Seraph. I hope I'm saying that correctly, Seraph. Oh my goodness, okay. This is sweet and warm and almost chocolatey smelling. I don't think this has got chocolate in it though. Yeah, this does not have chocolate in it, but it's got this really beautiful kind of slightly chocolatey smelling quality to it, but it's not chocolate. Okay, this one is Ylang Ylang Cappuccino, Patchouli, Labdanum, and Rum. And I think it's the Cappuccino, Labdanum, Rum combination that is coming across as a little bit, and I don't want to say chocolatey because it doesn't smell necessarily like chocolate, but it's got that kind of warm, like powdered cocoa kind of texture to the smell, if that makes sense. It's so beautiful. The cappuccino is like probably the most prominent note here, but without smelling like literal black coffee, or if that makes sense, which cappuccino isn't a black coffee. Obviously, a cappuccino is milk foam, mostly milk foam, a little bit of milk, and espresso. Yeah, it's definitely more of like a milky coffee, but without smelling synthetic at all. There's nothing synthetic smelling about it in any way. It is stunning. But yeah, if you like the way that like a dry cocoa kind of texture smells, that's what you get with this fragrance. It is stunning. This is another one that's like warm. This is for my people that do not like a bunch of florals, because the only floral in this is the Ylang Ylang, and I can definitely smell the Ylang Ylang. It's a very true, like if you've ever smelled an Ylang Ylang essential oil, it's a very true Ylang Ylang essential oil smell. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he used Ylang Ylang essential oil in this, but it's not overpowering. In fact, it is coming out more in the paper as this dries down, but we'll have to see how what this does on skin. I'm super interested to see what comes out on my skin the most with this one. So anyways, that one is called Seraph, and it is a stunner. All of these are phenomenal. This is why I love testing Vincent's fragrances, because I don't think that there's ever been a fragrance of his that I haven't liked. I definitely prefer some more than others, and there are a couple that are almost a little bit too masculine for me to wear, but very, very few of them. And I don't think I've ever smelled a fragrance from this house that I haven't not just liked, but that I haven't loved, that I haven't thought was just fantastic. Okay, next we have Venetian doll, Lucien. I think it's Lucien. Oh my gosh, I think I have smelled this one, but it's been a while ago, like a good long while ago. So this is another one from the Venetian doll line, which I think there are like at least four different Venetian doll fragrances now. This is beautiful. This is like warm spice. This to me is fall in a bottle as well. This is warm spice, warm sweet spice. This one has a gorgeous like perfuminess to it though. This I would put in the same family as like Cashmere. There's another one that he does that has a chai note in it. I would definitely put this in that family of fragrances, like a warm, spicy fragrance, but this has got like a beautiful perfuminess to it. Okay, so this one is tamarind, rosewood, oud, cardamom, coumarin, and ambrette seed. So it's definitely the tamarind and the cardamom. I think the cardamom is what I'm getting most from this one. A really beautiful warm cardamom note. So if you like cardamom in perfume, I think you would love this one. It's beautiful. It's a warm, sweet cardamom though. It's not like an intense cardamom like you get in something like Atelier des or Lune Feline, which is like almost that one almost has like a burnt rubber aspect to it because it's such an intense cardamom. This is like a warm, sweet, fuzzy cardamom. And I think the fuzziness is coming from the ambrette seed. I love ambrette because of that. Ambrette to me is like putting a filter on a perfume, like putting a fuzzy warm filter on a perfume. Yeah, this is warm, sweet spice. This is another one for people that don't love florals. Yeah, I don't think this has any floral. With this one, again, do not be afraid of the oud. If you're not an oud lover, I don't think you would even notice it in this fragrance. I don't really get any oud at all. I'm sure the oud is adding depth and more than its like actual scent character. This is stunning. I can't wait to wear this. This is like fall in a bottle to me. It's so warm and cozy and just beautiful. And I love cardamom in fragrance. Cardamom might be my favorite spice besides cinnamon in fragrance. So anyways, that is Venetian doll. I think it's Lucien. Okay, this next one, this is one of his newer ones that I am so excited to smell because on his website, he has this one listed as, I think, like a feminine balm. So this is gonna be a super, super feminine fragrance. A lot of his fragrances are very, very unisex. Men or women can wear them. He puts it on the website which way it leans, but he very definitively said that this is like 100% a feminine balm. So, and I don't know that I've smelled another, maybe Beige Fleur I would consider pretty feminine, but even that one, I think, I think it could go either way, but this one, I'm excited. I'm excited because, again, he said this one's a feminine balm. I'm pretty sure this is a jasmine fragrance, if I remember correctly. Oh my gosh, I've never smelled anything from Dreamhouse like this, ever. This is definitely a jasmine perfume. This is maybe the most perfumey floral that I've smelled from Dreamhouse. This one is slightly sweet. This is like a sweet, clean, fresh floral. I can't wait to test this one on skin because I know this is gonna be completely different on skin than it is on paper. This is stunning. Okay. Oh, sorry, this one is called Memories of a Dream. I'll have put the name and notes up long before because I forgot to say the name. This one is called Memories of a Dream. Again, this is one of the newer ones. This one is jasmine, tree moss, incense, water lily, musk, amber, and apple. And I get more of the florals than anything, and the musk. There's maybe the tiniest bit of like a very, very slight earthiness from the tree moss, but this is mostly perfumey florals and musk. This is very, very clean, very perfumey, very feminine smelling. You definitely, as this one dries down, I'm definitely starting to get just the slightest bit of like the amber and incense, but it's really bringing more of like a warmth than I would say. It's definitely bringing a warmth and a depth and not a heaviness, if that makes sense. It's not like super heavy, but it's definitely bringing like a warmth and a depth. This is beautiful. I can't wait to test this one on skin. This one's really gonna need like a skin test to really know. So that one is called Memories of a Dream. Okay, next we've got another rose. I am so excited. I can't believe I've got so many rose fragrances that I get to test. This one is called La Folie des Roses. I think I'm smelling cardamom, but maybe not. I think I am. Yeah, that's what I smell immediately when that's what I smelled immediately when I opened it, is cardamom, but I'm smelling some other things too. Yes, cardamom, but not in the same concentration as the last one. I can smell it, but I think because my nose is so attuned to cardamom because I love it so much. This one is definitely very, very different. This is a very different kind of rose. I can definitely smell the rose, but this is much, much more complex than the previous ones. Okay, this one is Black Lady Rose, Cardamom, Chamomile, Pistachio, Coconut, Peru Balsam, Rosewood, Tree Moss, and Bay Rum. Though I don't think that this leans super masculine or super feminine, I think this would smell amazing on a man. This is so beautiful. I can smell the coconut, but I have to like really think about it to smell the coconut, and I've never really smelled coconut done like this. I've never really smelled a coconut rose pistachio cardamom combination. I've definitely smelled rose, cardamom, and pistachio together, but there's something about the addition of the coconut that transforms this completely into something else. And the rose in this is so stunning. It's more of like a dusty rose, almost like a warm, dusty, true rose scent without smelling like a mature rose and without being, this one's not jammy at all. This is fantastic. I cannot wait to test this one. I can't wait to get this on my skin. This is fantastic. If you're a rose lover and if you like the same kind of rose fragrances that I do, I think you would love this one. This is like a warm, very slightly sweet, spiced, complex rose with a coconut note like I've never smelled before. It's like my brain registers it as coconut, but it doesn't smell like coconut. It's so hard to explain. This one's so good. It's so good. This one's got a perfuminess to it as well, and it's got a lightness to it as well. This one is phenomenal. I cannot wait to test this one. So that one is La Folie des Roses. Fantastic. Okay, this next one, I saw this one on the website as well, and this one looks so beautiful. This is called Thoughts of Whom I Wish to Pass the Night With, and I have absolutely no idea what is in this. Oh my gosh. This is another one that is very modern smelling, but I also smell like the 80s in it. Oh my gosh. This is another clean, sweet, fruity floral. Absolutely stunning. This one is water lily, violet, pear, musk, and ginger. I definitely get the pear, and pear can sometimes be tricky for me because if it's too synthetic smelling or too syrupy smelling, sometimes I don't love it on my skin. This is not gonna be that though. This is a very crisp, clean, fresh pear. And the violet and water lily are so also crisp, clean, and fresh smelling that it makes the pear even more crisp, clean, and fresh smelling, if that makes sense. But you still get the gorgeous sweetness from the pear. Oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. And then that warm skin musk, as well as the warm ginger. So it's this beautiful kind of very slightly sweet, clean, very slightly fruity floral with a warm, like gingery musk base. This is absolutely stunning. This is like right up my alley. Well, all of them are really, but this one is so beautiful. I can't wait to test this one. So that one is called Thoughts of Whom I Wish to Pass the Night With. That is fantastic. And then last but not least, holy cow, you guys, we're 45 minutes in. This one is called Dans Mon Rêve. Dans Mon Rêve. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Again, I have no idea what is in this one. Ooh, I love it because the liquid is just the slightest hint of purple. This is warm and kind of slightly musky, sweet. Okay, this one is pastilles, violet, moss, powdery notes, and brandy. And I think the muskiness is coming from the powdery notes and the moss combination. And then sweetness from the pastilles. As it dries down, you definitely get the beautiful violet. Like, I don't want to say clean violet because it's not a clean violet. It's just, it's a violet note. It's a very distinct violet note. And then again, a muskiness from the moss and powdery notes. And I'm not smelling the brandy as of yet, but I'm quite sure that as this one continues to dry down, I'll get more. Yeah, I'm still not smelling the brandy on paper yet. I don't even know. This is one, I don't even know how to explain this. This is warm, and I wouldn't say powdery. I want to use the word musky more than powdery. Again, almost like it's got a strong filter on it, if that makes sense, like a strong fuzzy filter on it. I know that sounds crazy. I think to me, the most prominent note in this one is the moss, but there's this really beautiful, sweet cleanliness to it as well. This one's stunning. I can't wait to test this one on skin because to me, I think this one on me is going to be more of like a clean perfume, like a clean slash slightly musky, florally kind of perfume. It's really, really stunning. Yeah, I can't wait to test all of these. So that one is called Dans Mon Rêve. And yeah, those are all of the newer fragrances that Vincent just sent over. I cannot wait to test every single one of these. I am in such a rose mood right now, so I am so excited that I've got so many new rose fragrances to test. I am probably most excited about this peach one because this is decadent. This is gonna make me want to like lick my arm. It's probably the best like gourmandy kind of peach fragrance I maybe have ever smelled. It is fantastic. I cannot wait to get this on my body. It will be happening very soon. As always, as I wear through all of these, I will update you in a what I wore last week video. Again, do not forget the buy one, get one sale. This is my favorite time of year for his sales because he always releases such fun fragrances around this time of year. This is like his whole aesthetic is like this time of year. So it's just perfect. I did notice that he just released another fragrance, which he does sometimes during these sales. He'll release a new fragrance like in the middle of the sale. And it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but I do know that the notes, it's just a root beer and oud fragrance. So I don't want to say it's called like rude because it's not, but it's something like root beer oud. But anyways, you guys, again, I'll have all the details for the sale down in the description box for you with instructions on how to put in for your free bottle. And yeah, if you guys have shopped the sale already, or if you are planning on shopping the sale, please let me know what fragrances you end up with. I am so excited to hear what fragrances you guys are interested in. I do hope that you all found this helpful and that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.